When God gave the nations the church, he gave that nation the answer to their problems. Because God's kingdom is not just a spiritual place. What you don't know is that God's kingdom is a country. There's power in knowledge. There's power in information. There's power in knowing something. If you know what has been written concerning health, it is easy to claim healing. If you know what has been written concerning finance, it is easy to claim wealth. If you know what has been written concerning business, there are words in the scriptures that have...
You are onto a life transforming experience as Pastor Prince Abah brings you God's word with deep insight and power. God bless you.
First commandment God gave man, thou shalt not eat. You can start a teaching on this one. You've not heard that commandment before. Thou shalt not eat. That this your mouth can eat your destiny. If I teach you food now, you will be shocked. It's in your Bible. People don't know. Some of you have eaten your destiny. That's why you can't think, you can't create, no initiative, no leadership skills, no. Because your mouth has finished your destiny. Say, thou shalt not eat. When the devil now came, the devil did not look for any other sin to make man fall into. The sin he made him fall into was the sin of food. And then Adam fell for that sin, ate the fruit. How can one small apple lead to losing an entire estate God gave Adam? One apple. It now shows you the power in food. The power that is resident in food. The power. Some of you don't know the power in food. The sum total of who you are is what you've been eating. You don't know the power in food. There are food that sharpens your vision. There are food that dulls your eyes. There are food that stimulates your mind. There are some, no, you don't want to hear it. Don't worry. A man who does not love knowledge, don't worry. Don't worry. When I'm teaching you, you're busy doing as if we are wasting your time. No, don't worry. This generation, don't worry. Now here we day. When I'm here or not here, you will find a way to see me one day. Then you tell me, Pastor, hi, I would have listened. No? As though if you know what Facebook knows, you'll be a poor man. He's not a small boy who invented us and has connected the whole world. You are on it, giving him money every day. He's a billionaire because of that stuff. There are people who are crazy designers. When I mean crazy, developing all kinds of concepts, breaking world's record everywhere. We are here in church, lazing around. Knowledge. Jesus Christ was tempted with the same food. After he prayed 40 days, 40 nights, the first sin the devil brought to him was the sin of food. You know you're the Son of Man, turn this bread to what? Stone. And then Jesus passed it where Adam failed it. That was Jesus' first test to destiny. He said, it is written, man shall not live by bread. Scripture Adam would have quoted. That man is not designed to live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds out of what? So when food becomes priority to you, it replaces the place for wisdom. He said by every word, and word means knowledge, word means wisdom. He said every word. A man who has made food a priority cannot wisdom anything of value to him. A food eater cannot eat books. A man who is in love with food or read. A man in love with food easy. Look, it brightens a man's life and sharpens a man's reasoning like book. Book is food. Do you know? You see intelligence on a person's face. When a person reads, his countenance changes. Hey, these people don't even know what I'm talking about. When a person reads, his countenance, physique changes. The way his eyes look, it changes. The brightness of his face. Everything about the guy is defined, redefined. Books. Some of you think books are just letters and papers. Books have shaped the world. What shaped a doctor? Not be book. Is it food? What shaped a lawyer? No be book. What shaped an engineer? Is it not books? Hello. They took somebody who never knew anything about law, just put him in school for 5 years, 6 years. He came out a lawyer. What shaped him? What shaped him? Daniel chapter 2. Is that Daniel chapter 2 or Daniel chapter 9 verse 2? I, Daniel, understood by books. 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 No, when you see people who read, even their hairstyle will show it. It's not hard. I've seen ugly people who are very attractive by virtue of books. I've seen beautiful people who are mediocres by virtue of food. When you start reading, your walking step will change. The way you walk will change. Nothing will be a mistake around you. No. All this hammer, I'm hammering on people's head, and they're behaving like Olodo. Somebody who wears socks, the socks will be looking like it is towel he's wearing. Wear socks. See my own socks. See my own socks. And that person will wear his own. It will fold like his towel he's wearing. And that person will comb his hair. The hair will be looking like he just took his bath. You don't understand it. Books. One thing with books, when you read books, you mingle with the spirit of men. You don't know it. Ben Carson was the most illiterate man in his time. Professor Ben Carson, a man who was not passionate about anything. The only thing he wanted was video game. The mother made Ben Carson read by compulsion, by force. That's what I mean. Force the guy to study. You will lock him up in the library, let him read. He read and read. You know what changed Ben Carson? The spirit of the authors he was consuming. It configured him into a new being. You take those letters. When I write books, for instance, I am not writing letters, I'm transferring lives into pages. Oh, they are looking at me as though I don't know them. I'm transferring my life into pages. Into pages. So anybody who opens my books and reads them is collecting a part of my life. That's why the Bible says that the words that I speak to you, they are spirit and they are what? Life. Because these words are not letters. They are the spirit and life of the authors. They are not here. You read the story of Abraham, you start becoming like Abraham, a man of faith. You've not seen it in your Bible. Show them the words that I speak to you. They are spirits, they are life. They are spirits, they are life. They are spirits, they are life. That means letters in your books are not books. They are not letters. They are the lives of people. Because they didn't write it in they burnt time to write it. Time is involved. Ideas are involved. Thinking and reasoning. All kinds of things are involved. Is the life of the person is right. So when I read the books and the works of great authors, I mingle with their spirits. I get possessed with their life. I get possessed with their nature. I get possessed with the way they reason. Some of you have not read Joyce Meyer, and you are a lady, you want to become a Joyce Meyer. You are heading nowhere but your village farm. That's your destination. How can you be like Joyce Meyer? When I see one, I know her. If I see a Joyce Meyer here, you don't need to talk for me to know you. When I look at you, I'll know you. When I know you, I fall in love with you. You see the sons of my pastor, they are all like him. They devour his materials. Ijidima said he took his pastor's materials. I don't know whether he said it here, whether it was in the word. He said 100 materials. The first time he came into that ministry, 100. He said when he was reading the book, the old mantle was leaving him. Something new clothed him. It was the garment of his pastor. Those things he was hearing was not words. It was the transmission of life. Do you know your ear is a gate to your spirit? It is your hearing and making your marrying. Your eye is a gate. You have 5 major gates. There's eye gate, ear gate, there's mouth gate, there's even nose gate. And any gate you open to certain information. And information is not just in words, information are in different kinds. Hello? Do you know when you spray perfume now, and I use my nose gate to inhale the scent, I took in an information. That information will determine my reaction. Is somebody? Yes, now. No. I've met ladies who are very mischievous ladies, and they want to get a guy. What do? They wear some, right? Pat it well, make sure they are mischievous girls, and then they now add perfume to it. And there's not just normal perfume. It's not the kind of perfume I spray and I smell nice. There's some erotic perfume, my friend. Erotic, when I mean erotic perfumes. You smell, you spray it, and somebody perceives it, you can't be normal again. I've seen one like that. He did the thing, and with a short thing, just came, threw her arms around me, and I perceived the perfume. With all my anointing, I was not anointed anymore. For few seconds, I was just holding myself. Brother, sister, I need to say, I was just holding myself. Because every part of your body would arise or compatriot because of the information that you. Where did you get it from? Your nose. Another place you got the information from was what? Your eyes. What she's wearing. The Bible says, if you look at a woman lustfully, you have committed fornication. How come you committed fornication that you didn't do with your body? Just looking at it with your eyes entered your heart, you have committed it. Because it's a gate, and whatever passes the gate has entered the house. What about your mouth? You don't know eating food is also information. You're collecting information, but you don't know. When you are through collecting the information, you'll be so shocked that the information processes your next action. I said there are food you eat, you go back to sleep. There are food you eat, your eyes are open all night. There are food you eat, all your spermatozoa has increased. There are food you become foolish. For instance, start there with, and let what happen. Physically, you may be in power, you may be extreme power, but mentally you'll be completely useless. Program of God. Start your day with pap and see how lazy you'll be. Then start your day with caffeine. That's coffee, tea, and bread. Your mind stimulates, because caffeine is a mental stimulant. Okay, am I talking like a pastor now? Caffeine contains stimulants that ignites the mind, heightens the mind for performance. That's why you see white men, they are always carrying cup with straw. It's coffee, tea, Lipton, and they always like it early morning hot, because it's information they're eating. That information, when it's processed, leads to action. So guess what? They told Jesus, eat. It's just stone. Turn it to bread. You have one. He said, no, man shall not live by bread alone. If you live by bread alone, you have forfeited your destiny. He said, but it's important to live by bread, but don't forget you also live by every word. Ask my wife, ask people who are in my house. I hardly eat. If you give me food that is plenty, consistently, they know me for that. Food that is plenty, I will send it back to the kitchen. They don't do that. Yesterday I was coming with her from somewhere, went to see our doctor for some checkup, and we're coming back, and we bought Cold Stone ice cream. She would dip this thing like this, because I was driving, so she was giving, would dip it like this, scoop plenty and put in my mouth. What it will be? I said, don't try it again. She put it again and put. I said, I'm not even licking again, Seth. She's like, why are you not licking? I said, it's too big. Because I feel like a fool with all those things in my mouth. I said, reduce it by 1/4. Be scooping it like I'm a baby. Just small. I like taking things small like that. When it comes to reading, I don't take it small. I I litter the table with books. Don't take it easy. Let me tell you, you are, I don't know how to put it. You are a being that only grows based on what you feed it with. You don't grow based on based on what people do to you. You don't grow based on what God or the devil does to you. You're a being that grows based on what you do to yourself. So I know that if I feed my belly more, I will be mentally useless. So I reduce the proportion of food I take and increase the proportion of what? So that my mental capacity increases above my. She had to start scooping it small to give me. Small. If you know how many hours it took me to finish just one small cup of cold stone. Some of you don't know how to ask questions. What Jesus, when he was 12 years old, he was in the temple asking questions. The Bible says that professors were marveled at the questions he was asking, not the things he was teaching. Questions. Some of you don't know the right. If you've ever followed me, you know why I ask questions anyhow. I enter Cold Stone ice cream. I'll look at all the ice cream there. I'll start checking all their names there. Vanilla. I'll look at this one. The ones I don't understand, I'll ask, what's this cream? What's that cream? What's this one? What's this thing called? Wafers or what? What's this one? I don't look. A man who asks a question the first time is a fool only once. He will never be a fool again after he has asked. I ask, even down to things like that. I go to eatery to buy food. Give me rice. Which one? That green one. You a madman. I ask questions. Even if I'm not buying it. What's this rice called? Chinese rice. What's the name of a Chinese rice? Basmati. What's this one called? Curry rice. What's this one called? Spanish rice. What's this one called? Fried rice. Okay, I know this one. What's this one called? French rice. What's the difference? This one is looking like this one. What's the difference? How did you prepare this one? I do. There's some rice is just leaves all through. This is chow leaf. Is that what they call it? All true. In it. And it's yellow. I was asking, what do you guys use? He said it's red oil. Is it red oil rice? Okay. What's this one? Ofada rice. So why is it called ofada rice? See, it's local rice. Local rice. Ofada stew. What is the ingredient for making ofada stew? And they start showing me. What's other rice? Coconut rice. How do they prepare coconut rice? I ask. You see that maybe I'm vast in knowledge, I'm vast in all that. If you wondering, oh, pastor fell from the sky. Man shall not live by bread alone, but by every. When it came to the issue of bread, he said he shall not live by bread alone. When it came to the issue of word, he didn't say by word alone. He said by every. You don't eat every food, but you eat every word. Where Adam missed it, Jesus got it right. Okay, as I close, what about Daniel? What about Daniel? When they found out that Daniel was a very intelligent guy, distinguished, and then they appointed him and another 10 people as governors, over 300 people that the king selected as counselors over his government. What did the Bible say? The Bible said that the king ordered that Daniel and his colleagues should be given the choicest food. Find that scripture and put it. He says he should be given the choicest food, the king's food. The king's food. That's what the king eats. Give him the king's food. Huh? And the Bible said Daniel proposed in his heart not to eat that food. He said to them, no. I'm not in for that. Just give us water and what? Vegetables. Water and what? Vegetables. Do you know vegetable has a high nutritional value? Not just in blood, but in your brain. And he said water. Some of you take more of carbonated drinks than you take more of water. You think you're enjoying. Can I shock you? Carbonated drinks are contained with some caffeines that drains your water naturally. Have you noticed? When you take water, sometimes it takes a while for you to go to the restroom and ease yourself. When you take carbonated drink, it hastens your easing yourself. Oh, have you noticed it? Why? Because it drains you of water. See what is shocking? A man is drinking beer. The more he drinks beer, the more he wants to drink more beer, but he's going to pee at the same time. Have you noticed that people who take beer pee a lot? So what are they peeing? You think it's the beer? No. The beer dries water. That's why people who take beer look dried. People who take spirits, all those gin, have you seen them looking like stockfish? So all the beer they are taking, why is it not freshening them up? Have you heard about water therapy? You can live on water. Your body is 70% water and 30% blood. Drip is water. So when a man is sick and you take him to the hospital, first thing they introduce to him is drip, not even blood. Except in severe situations where he has lost a lot of blood, then they introduce blood. And in most cases, they introduce blood and drip at the same time. Yesterday, I was walking myself so much and I need to rejuvenate, get myself strong. I got Sprite and I ordered for salt. They got me Sprite, got me salt, and I mixed them. That's oral drip. Of all the Coca-Cola product, the most healthy is Sprite. You don't know. The most healthy is Sprite. Fanta is sugar. Coke contains more sugar. A lot of sugar. Coke even contains more sugar than beer. Do you know there's some things you're eating too much now that will show up in your life when you're 40 years? The damages you've done to yourself will show up. But you think you're enjoying life. See the kind of wisdom you have around here, yet you come late. The Bible says, because you have forgotten, you have forsaken knowledge, I will also forsake you from being a priest over my people. Hosea, put it for them, let them see. Okay, let me read this one first. And the king appointed for them a daily provision of the king's delicacies and of the wine, which he did 3 years of training for them, so that at the end of that time they might serve before the king. 3 years of training and also 3 years of feeding on the king's food. How can he go? No. There's what they call opportunity in economics, or what you call opportunity for go, or what you call real cost. When you do your scale of preference and determine the resources available to you, and notice that your resources cannot afford all the things that are on your scale of preference, what do? You choose things of paramount value to you. Those things you choose you can afford makes the things you couldn't afford your what? Opportunity cost. Hello? Or your real cost, or your opportunity for goal. Now, there are two things presented before these guys. One is what? Training. The other one is what? Delicacies. They didn't present the two so you can go for the two. They presented it so you can choose one. What is the opportunity cost for you? You want a future, see training, see delicacy. Choose one. Where did all these teachings start from? From one turkey somebody was slicing inside one KFC. That's why I started teaching them all these things. They were in my kitchen looking at me. I said, yes, you should be opening your mouth. I don't need to go back to the books to go and search them. I've read ahead of time. There's no place you come from now I won't teach you. Dress anyhow and appear now. I start teaching you on dressing. And the king appointed for go down to verse 6. Two things before you. Which one are you choosing? Nobody is saying that you shouldn't eat. Go down, please. I don't have all the time to read. Verse 7. We have moved from jet age to a globalized age now. Nobody is using jet again. It's now jets. Internet travel. The things you would have traveled to Dubai and traveled to America to go and buy, from just one click you can get it. Internet travel, that's where you are. Not even jet age. Jet age is the movement of one jet from one nation to another nation. How many hours will you spend on the jet? In fact, normal jets has even been dropped now. There's another kind of jet that can take you from here to America in 1 hour. It's called supersonic jets, not normal jets. Normal jet can take you 17 hours from here to supersonic jet disappears. That's the type Kenneth Copeland uses. That's the type Bill Gates uses. Not so many people have it. There's another kind of jet now that you can even travel out of this world, travel out of this planet. It's called jets. And the way you are traveling with space jet, you don't wear the kind of clothes you're wearing. You wear space jackets or space suits. No, some of you, your mindset, oh, Wednesday service, I can come fry my cloth anyhow. Not only frying. Let me fry it. Me, I know that there's nothing like Wednesday casual wear. Every day is my day for opportunities. So I prepare each day. Do you know this day will never come back again? How did you live it? Today is what date? 21st of August 2019. In history is gone forever. And somebody underlived it. Make each day counts. Somebody underlived it, waiting for Sunday when he will wear his suit and tie. What if you don't have Sunday? What if today is the only day you have? We're not saying you're going to die. Make each day count. Every day is my best day. There's something like this religion that is worrying some of you. Religion. Wednesday service is you read slippers. Ganga fellowship. Or you go to banks every day, they are in suit. Looking sweet. Some days you choose to look like wheelbarrow pusher. Another day you choose to look like somebody who is offloading cement from Dangote trailer. Another day you're looking like somebody who is doing timber shade. Another day who are you? Life will only reward you for what they have recognized you to be consistently. Don't confuse life. Life will wake up one morning and one day. Let's go and bless that wheelbarrow pusher. They are coming, they are saying that you are a Okada man. They are coming, they are saying that you are a drug addict. They are coming, they are saying that you look like a what kind of nonsense can I use to describe some people? It's consistently, life will have to observe you. People and circumstances around must observe you for a while to know what kind of a person you are. You see, every time I come, sometimes I abandon my message and I pick on something that just went wrong in the service and start addressing it, because this is not the church where overlook those kind of things. Other churches can overlook it. No, once you do this nonsense, the message change. I start dealing with that rubbish immediately, because if I don't deal with it, it becomes a pattern. Before long, it has become a pattern in church. This is not how the church runs. And then let me tell you, you may be getting angry at this. Our pastor, sometimes he just talks and fires and then he goes, I treat this thing the way I am. If I've not built myself, you guys are already good to go with me. There's some pastors in this town, if they have people like you, they have success. Me, with people like you, I have not attained anything. Go down to the next one. You just have to learn how to be speedy. But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself. So food defiles. Defile himself with the portion of the king's delicacies, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the chief of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself. Ha! Somebody has access to food that governor eats, president eats. And they say, please let me not eat of the king's food. Not because there's poison inside, because food can open the door to indiscipline. He said, no, I have to discipline myself. One of the things a man sees and turns his eyes away that make you know he's a disciplined man is food. Any man that looks at food and can't turn his face away, you can't trust him with money. You can't trust him with anything. Don't even put your wife in his care. You're finished. Just carry the guy and give your wife and say, drive her to the market. Hey, my goodness. Worry. That's how I know people. Food? No, don't worry. Even if you like, come in the public. People come to church, refuse to eat. Even communion, refuse to eat communion. Because you're trying to show me that you're disciplined. I will still know. Because there are two things on your table. Books, food. Food are for tables, Abi. Books are also tables. So they put two on the table of Daniel and say, choose one. And then the one you feed determines how you are. So if you feed on food, even if it's your secret, don't feed in the public. When they are giving communion, say, no, I don't eat. Go to your house, stay on the fork, stay on the spoon, stay on the digger. Some of you use digger to eat. Some use shovel to eat your rice. Stay on it. When you are done doing it, man, and you come out and clear your mouth. Whoa. we will still know. See, I've been talking for more than 1 hour now without paper, and the thing is flowing. And this is what I prepared to teach today. What I prepared is here. Food wahala. When I stay like this reading, that's the best times of my life. That's the best. If you give me space to read, wow, you've given me a good gift. It's not food. Just give me space to read. Give me book to read. You've given me the best thing in life. Put me in a seminar, put me in a training for weeks. You've done the best thing for me. Problems, what you have? You think when you have money in your hand, you're successful, or you have your problems sorted out. Look, no amount of money in your hand can solve your problem. Hello? The presence of money creates more problems. The issue is, who are you? Work on you more than you work on money. You work for money. Presence of, once you get money now, your needs will change automatically. Your needs will change. Some of you are trekking now, you think you need a car. Wait, make car come. When car comes, your need will change. There will be more things you're feeding. You start feeding more. Hello? You are in one room now. Move to flats. Don't worry. Need will change. Demands will change. Life gets complex as you change levels. But if you don't change the level of your knowledge, the complexity can break you down. Complexity of life can break you down. That's why a wise man, as he moves up in life, he changes his level of reasoning, of thinking, so he can move to a new level of thinking complex, of complex thinking. See, this mind God gave you. They say that the highest invention has been done out of 0.5%, maximum of 1%, and man is endowed with 100% creativity ability. Yet no man in this world, not even the one who produced the aircraft, has been able to utilize up to 1% of the ingenuity and creativity God put in his mind. No one. Nobody is a dullard. Nobody is a foolish. Nobody is born foolish. Nobody is born to be a failure. Everybody is born to be great. But you must take responsibility. For some of you, your opportunity to change your life is the church where you are now. You're playing with it. The little department they put you in, the little responsibility they give you in church, you never know how it can change you. Church is the greatest training platform I know. And a lot of you have reduced it and made a religion out of it. Reduce it and made a religion out of it. He said, "Nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore he requested of the chief eunuch that he might not defile himself." The last verse. Now God had brought Daniel into the favor and goodwill of the chief of the eunuchs, ABAH, just for food. No, I don't want to eat. The next. And the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, "I fear my lord the king, who has appointed your food and drink. For why should I see your faces looking what a young who are age? Then you would endanger my head before the king." Now look at the next verse. So Daniel said to the steward, whom the chief of the eunuchs had set over Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, "Please test your servants for 10 days only. 10 days of reading can change your life. Why not that? 10 days, sit down, morning for 2 hours. You can't do it in the morning, afternoon. You can't do it in the afternoon, do it in the night. 1 hour maximum. 1 hour minimum every day. What is 10 days? Discipline yourself. 1 hour. I must read something relevant. 1 hour. Watch your life. What dressing height to change? Some things you're wearing that undermines you. Somebody said he was trying to pray for somebody. While he laid his hands on the person he was praying for was looking very sick. Looking worn out, looking so destroyed, looking like a wheelbarrow pusher. Okay, let's close that. One day he lays hands, God opened his eyes and he saw a hefty man in Agbada, looking like a beggar. He opened. He saw another one looking like a tattered beggar. It's okay, maybe it's just a trance. He closed again to pray. He saw the same thing. He said, "What's going on?" He closed again. The same thing. He said, "God, of that. Then before you pray for the man, your prayer will not work. Tell him who he is. The one in trance, who is the one in the physical, is who he thinks he is." And the Bible says, "As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he." Focus on your thoughts. Some of you, the way you even dress and wear your bathroom slippers are working. You see, it's even hard to walk like you walk, some of you, because because you walk around. Because you don't understand it. You see the real. Some of you are seeing yourself like nobody's. If you see the real you. When they tell you you're a billionaire, they say, where is the money, Kwan? It's the way you're thinking. I don't need a billion in my pocket to be who I am. I need a billion in my head. Once the billion enters here, whatever enters your mind will enter your life. Somebody hear what I'm saying? Whatever finally enters your mind enters your life. That's why I cannot. I just can't. I just can't be anyhow. Just can't be anyhow. If I was a lady, the kind of hair I'll be making. I can't look anyhow. Who asked the guys who wash my things? They know I only wear boxers once. Once. I say once. When I mean once, I don't mean the whole day. What I wear in the morning and I want to bath in the afternoon, I don't wear it again. Singlet, boxer. The one I'm wearing now, fresh. I don't try it. I don't wear boxers a whole day. I don't wear singlet a whole day. I change 3 times a day. Then the next day, new one. 3 times a day. Hello? I don't wear socks that is not washed. Once I remove this one, now you wash it. The socks does not smell. You want to try? On the easy. Mba, on the easy. Glory to God. No, I'm too clean, my friend. Super clean. Too clean. I know there are some of you here. No, you don't care. There are some guys, they wear boxers. You've not seen the boxer, but you can tell what is going on inside. When they come around you, where is the smell coming from? Is it from where is? There are guys who don't braid hair, but their hair smells. Yes, it smells. Soap has never come on that hair. Just pour water. You see water one side, the other side lacking water. The thing is struggling to comb the hair. You see what kind of foam will be coming out. Bed bug come out. Mosquito will even come out from the hair. Oh, I've seen terrible things, my friend. You see, this is my mic. That's how I will talk with it. Come and carry the mic and you won't see one. Because I brush clean. I brush. Some of you, the way you're going, when you marry, your husband will not enjoy you. That's dirty. Dirty. When you start working on books, you will start changing everything. Your scent will start changing. You won't smell again. Some of you can't even scrape your armpits. Well, that's why some people don't want to see things particular. I see ushers when how they struggle. This way, please, oh look. No, that way. Because they recognize they can remember what happened last Sunday, what they encountered. We glorify. Let me tell you, some people don't follow that anointing because anointing. So guys fall to escape where they are sitting. Yes. We glory. Oh, sheesh. It's the armpits. It's the armpits. It's the armpits. It's the armpits. Turn to your neighbor and tell him, neighbor, some people are scared. No, I'm telling you. You just pastor say, turn to your neighbor to as it turns. The brothers had we just skip. Boom. Not again. Say, open your mouth and tell him. The things that will come out. Have you not seen flies escaping from people's mouth? I've seen people as they are talking, flies are. Why are you worried about money? Worry about you. Worry about you. No, if I don't have a dime in my pocket, is this not a better me? If there's no 1 kobo in my pocket, is this not a better me? I can walk out like this in the morning, walk around and walk into my favor by just looking like. Must you explain to the world how to on your head by your look? Old man at a young age. No career, no walking style, no. Today I'm talking about food. Maybe next time it's about clothes. You will see that clothes also has a lot to do with destiny. That's why when Adam fell because of food, God restored him at least to a level he can occupy before Jesus comes. And how he did it was to give him a cloth. What Adam lost when he ate the fruit was actually a cloth. It's called glory. Yes, there's a cloth called glory. You don't buy it in the market, because it's God that shows that one. Jesus. That's what he lost. He became naked. When God reconciled Adam back, first thing he did was to kill an animal and put the cloth on him. So even God is a fashion designer. Have you been blessed in the service today? He said, please test your servants for 10 days and let them give us vegetables to eat and water to drink. Water can change your way of thinking. Water. Leave kunu. Leave soya and beans milk. Some of you, it's not even correct soya bean you drink. Leave all the time. All those junks you take. Ching ching, buff buff. Meat pie. Some of you, even on the road, you are eating. I just remember somebody in the choir now. He was going back home from church one day. He was coming for rehearsals. He was on the bike eating shoho. There's something they call shoho. This tiger nut eating it, and they eating bread at the same time on the bike. I don't want to mention the person's name. The person is here now. I don't want to mention the person's name. I can even go close to the person if I want. I said, no wonder. Live with intentionality. Live deliberately, my friends. I told them, I said, you don't know I went for fish because I am too trained. You can't catch me eating chicken in the public. Not again. You can't catch me. If I have to eat chicken, I'll take it to my house. You just stay home with your spoon, cutlery fork. Some of you now get tempted to even crush the bones. Just feel up your hand. The bones. No, when I check big men, real great men, they eat fish, croaker fish, ice fish, dried fish, catfish. Some of you don't even know the names of men. So some of you know it's crayfish. I don't want to talk about the guy who was eating like that there. I can go close to his place. Should I try it? You will see what I'm saying. When a father loves his people, this is what he tells them. If I wanted to just preach, I would have preached and carry my Bible and go away. But I want you to be better. That's why I try to model it. I'll be happier if you succeed. I'll be happier. This is what a transformational leader does. Different kind of leaders. There's some who are living for themselves. A transformational leader is the person who is living deliberately for other people. See how my daughter is looking at me. Intentionally and deliberately. In her mind, she's wondering, I hope nobody's making my pastor angry here, because I'm going to deal with that person after service. That's what she's saying. Glory to God. And as we close now, Daniel ate vegetables and water for 10 days. The Bible says when they brought Daniel and his brothers, 3 Hebrew brothers, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they stood out from the rest. They were found 10 times better than their equals. Not because of the vegetable and water, but because the vegetable and water discipline their bodies and condition them to read. Hello? Yes. Condition them to read. It conditioned them. It conditioned their body to read. Let me give you a few tips on food. Just quickly. Avoid too much of carbohydrate intake. That is what is making your body lazy. Akpu, gari. Some of you people like it. Unubu, your face is now looking like it. No, I'm telling you, there's some people, you look at their faces, all the soups are represented. You see a goosey on their face? Yes. A person with too much of pimple is a goosey's face. Person with too much of oil, ofu nubu. Achi soup. Do you know of all the soup, the most healthiest is white soup? The one you call ofe salad. White soup. Because it contains lesser of cholesterol. These are things I know. Sometimes I wonder, all these girls who are living around me, why don't people know it? White soup. It contains less or no cholesterol, sir. It's called ofe salad. They call it white soup. You cook it nice with some of those leaves or whatever. Oh my goodness. It's healthier. Our soup is also good. Because of the presence of the vegetables. Then vegetable soup is also good. But minimize too much of oil. Egusi soup is even the worst. But it's even the sweetest for me. I like it. I don't eat it every time. I don't even eat gari self. Ask my people. I don't think all this year I'm eating gari up to 3 times. The whole of this year. That's the food they hardly cook in my house. Any day they cook, they know I'm not part of it. If I eat it, something happened to me. Starch. Just use starch and patch on your head, your brain. No space to think. No fresh air can enter. Avoid too much of intake of starch. Gary, rice is okay, but it's also starchy. But I prefer the volume of starch in rice, not as much as the one in cassava. Cassava starch is excessive. Look at something you process and process and process. You get byproducts upon byproducts. To tell you what is inside that thing. It's much. Gari alone is too much of starch, and it came from akpu, cassava. That's what some of you like it. Then do beans. Protein is good, but you don't need it too much as an adult. Once you start growing into adulthood, like you guys already, move from a child starts from protein. Usually calcium. It starts from calcium. Calcium are bone building foods. Hello. Milk is an example of calcium. When a child is born, he relies on calcium, both the natural calcium that comes from the mother, that's the mother's breast, and then all those nan, Cerelac, and all those whatever milk, the one you get from cows and all that. That one helps the child to build the child's bone, because at the early birth of a child, the bones are very tender. It can be broken with just one finger. You break a child's bone. So you need enough calcium to get the bone strong. That's why he relies on breast milk. So when you give a child calcium, it doesn't destroy the things it destroys in you as an adult. When you take calcium, there's something that breaks your calcium or breaks milk down in your body into liquid. That converter is not insulin. Insulin deals with sugar. What's that stuff called again? Whatever. Fine, some of you can't even tell me. Can't help me. What do you call it? Lactate. I think that's it. So it breaks down the calcium, or breaks down whatever, into liquid that helps the child get his bones strong. When an adult starts getting it, he's already strong. That stuff here that uses his job can no longer do his much again. And because it must find expression in them, it begins to flow into this and flow in arteries. And your veins and arteries are like the pipes that passes blood to vital parts of your body. Your heart is the blood pumping region of your body. That's the blood reservoir, your water reservoir. That's where it pumps blood and then it supplies it. If you look at your heart, you see a major pipe that connects. That pipe connects to, I wish we had something like a human anatomic photograph here, so we can show you a few of these things I'm talking about. It pumps blood to your veins, your arteries, supplies to your brain, your different regions of your body and all that. But now, when you have all those calcium stones, you call them calcium stones, filling up, because that thing can no longer convert it, filling up all those arteries, blood can hardly pass. Call them cholesterol, what you call calcium stones. Cholesterol also works like that too, because cholesterol is oil. The difference between cholesterol and calcium stone is that calcium is formed by milk. The calcium stone is formed by milk, but the cholesterol is formed by what? Oil. And then both of them, when they can no longer be converted, they begin to block areas where blood is supplied to the brain and supplied to the heart. So when the heart pumps blood, instead of the blood flowing to vital parts of the body through the vein, it cannot move. So a larger amount of blood is back to the heart, and there's no adequate transmission of blood. You have blood accumulation. That's why some people go to restroom to go and pour water, they slum and die. That's the problem. That's the issue. That's what causes slumming. People now slum and they die, and they say it's cardiac arrest, or they say it's heart attack. It is inadequate flow of blood. That's why when you play like football, 45 minutes, they give you half time to go and rest. Why? Because your heart is the one playing. So there's too much of blood that is pumping. It gets to a point, if you're not careful, if you see the rush going on in your heart, that's why your heartbeat, what you call palpitation, increases. I didn't do sciences in school. I read pure arts. So listen. So the thing is increasing with speed, and then it's worse for a person who is a calcium stone victim or a cholesterol a victim. He has eaten ofaku, banga stew. When the thing just ripes on our this thing, that's how they climb. Boom, and cut it, put it in the bag. That they call this a kind of fraud. Achi kodeji, achi soup or achi stew, banga stew. Come on, looking yellow anyhow. Oh, I wish I had time for this. I wish I had time. Now, the last thing I should say, one of the dangers of that is that it doesn't just slow your blood pumping rates, or it doesn't just concentrate too much of blood in your heart region, which can cause heart failure. One of the things, eating things like all that kind of starchy foods and all that would do, is that it weakens your body stamina. What we call your body is the word, an appropriate word I'm looking for. But let me use strength in the absence of it. Okay, maybe body vitality. Which is why when a child starts from calcium, moves to protein, protein now helps him develop what? What does protein help you develop? Protein is body building food. Is that correct? It helps you develop your body, your muscles, and all that. But now when you get to that adult level, like most of you are now, you now begin to switch from protein, all those meat, red meat especially, jerky, turkey, cow meat, chicken, pork is the worst. All those meat, you begin to cut down, because meat is proteinous. You need it for the children to build their body. Which other food is a proteinous food? Beans is proteinous. Which other one is proteinous? You even mention yam, if I'm not. Yam is what? Good. Egg is proteinous. And what? All those proteinous food are good to help. When you now start growing like you guys now, you begin to switch from protein to vitamin or vegetables. That's vitamins, fruits. That's why you see I take a lot of fruits, bananas. Like bananas aids digestion. As you grow, your intestine is also growing, and then it's also compressing. That's why you see children poo with ease. They eat nice, doesn't take anything in their napkin, and they won't take permission. Why? Because their intestine are very volatile. They aid digestion. Check the poo of children. It's not thick. It's watery. Because their intestine are very, very whatever. It aids digestion very quickly. It's volatile. When a man begins to grow old, there's a shrinking in the intestine. Those things are cables. They are wires. Your intestine can be decaying inside you. You don't know. So So you don't feed yourself with nonsense. If not, you can begin to damage your intestine. You're overloading it with things you can no longer handle. So when you eat food, a wise, mature man gets fruit. He gets banana to aid digestion. He gets oranges to aid digestion. He gets watermelon. He gets pineapple and gets some of those fruits, and the nuts are also good. Like bambara nuts, cashew nuts, tiger nuts, some other nuts, that can also help you. You get all those things to help quicken the process of digestion. Even though you just go and load yourself with akpu in the night and just hit the bed. In Nagokwa, we are preparing your funeral. Then you see that your body vitality now goes down. That's why some of you wake up in the morning heavy. You see some of you wake up the way you are moving like one young person. You're already old. Consume more of fruits. Then do more of exercise. Stop going for those nonsense food you think is enjoyment. They will kill your life. I'm already done in the next 2 minutes. Those of you who are sitting down are wise people. Wise people like knowledge. Even if time is running to them, now I must hear this thing. And if there's extra knowledge to get, I'll go and get it. No, this is not a prayer house, but it's a house of prayer. Two different things. Prayer house is where you go to everything. Hey, chukumon say, one day, the one who says he's going to walk on River Niger. Oh, you didn't hear the news? Oh my goodness! He's going to walk. That he would have. Where would have collected fish? Would have collected him. That's why he's carrying his men and throwing them. Heavyweight champion. Deliverance. You carry on. Hit you on the stick, on the chair, breaking people's waist and down. Igbos like those kind of things. I prophesy today. I receive. But their head, nothing. But we do both here. We need that one also, the power and then the wisdom. Balance it. Just be power. If it was doing power now, you carry on. Somebody here, your name is Njideka. Say, hey, you wouldn't know 11 has already catch you here. You will be here. Accident. Oh, Jesus. Oh, brother Jesus. On your campo. Do you know you need to? You don't need all those things to survive in accidents. Enter a vehicle and that vehicle not. Wisdom. Yes, I was coming from Enugu. Hey, reaching military checkpoint. My car was on, of course, high speed now. Not very, very high, but normal speed. A trailer man was coming and then just with that trafficator, boom, just passed. I went and parked it that way at the military checkpoint. Kai, you know me now. I parked my car and came down. Told my wife, baby, wait here. I came down. See the 3 hefty men that came down from the tanker. Dangote boys. I just went to the road safety guys where they were. I said, come, these guys almost killed some people now. So what did they do? I said, look at the way they drove. And he said, what? I said, let's go. Carried him. He said, hey! The guy turned, look at him, was still bouncing. I said, that guy think we're afraid of himself. If you think you carried jazz, I carried all past you. We apprehended them, got them arrested. That's why. If I'm in a bus, you drive anyhow, I'll pack you. Some of you don't. In fact, we overtook one bus. You need to see the girls behind. That's how they were all sleeping. But when the thing happened, power, people die. They say, devil is wicked. It's not Satan, it's foolishness. How can you carry your life and commit to a driver like that? You don't know this driver. You don't know the state of his mind. When you enter a bus, stay awake. I dare not sleep in a car, even my own car. My driver is driving me. I don't sleep. This last trip I went, that's how some of them were in the car. I said, oh, that's how Nigerians down the road. When we're coming back, I said to them, I said, today none of you will sleep. The one who was supposed to be doing security for me by the side, after a while, just See the glass here. I was still talking to him. He carried his face and put at the head of the glass with this. For 30 minutes, I thought the guy was maybe looking at his outside. I didn't know he had taken off. I didn't know he had taken off. Taking off. He just sat down. His body was like this. He said that. I was taking off. I was wondering what is going on here. I was talking. I thought maybe the guy was just admiring his outside. Until I looked carefully, I saw this guy was asleep. The one in front wearing seatbelt. The who see this one here. His body. I said that's what kills people on the road. Because you don't know who the driver is. Me, if I'm in a car, I will talk more than 100 times. Even the guys who drive me, I say, take it easy there. Hold your brake. Take it easy. You don't overtake like that, my friend. Oh yeah, park this car now. Let me come and drive. Why? My life. I need to be alive to fulfill my destiny. You enter a bus and start sleeping as though the bus driver is your angel. Is he your guardian angel? That's why when I enter cars, I don't even go to the back, I go to the front. Because with me in that car, I can't have an accident. My eyes on the driver. Try anything now. Just try nonsense. He's the next police checkpoint I just need. I will wind down and shout. Arrest this man who wants to kill us. I'm telling you. Even some passengers are so stupid. They're inside a bus eating up and throwing it outside. They drink Kanko on the distance. They're like, that's why they die anyhow. Because our brains are not developed. Africa, who did this to you guys? And the Bible talked about wisdom. It said, love her and she will prolong your life. There are many things that don't depend on Wurima, so Sherima, Kurima, Marama. No. I'm true. No, I'm true. I'm true. I'm true. Whatever you do in church, go and start adding value. Develop yourself. You can't be an Oshambi, only you and Cynthia every day. When I want to marry, he married me. Did anybody swear people's head? No, even waiting for having nonsense. You were sitting down. Tuxedo jacket and come and be confused. Maximize your leadership. Train yourself. Develop yourself. Let the training have. It is not a number now. First, how you train yourself, then they will start following you. Who's your good people to church and just want to be in usher? Please share your testimony. We are closed. That thing that the choir did with you, which is what you should be doing. Hard work. People don't want to work hard. So please, let me tell you something. If you want to check how good you are, check the people who are having effects under you. If people cannot have reaction, expressed followership, then just know you have nothing to do. That is, I'm walking myself now, and nobody is screaming behind me to follow me. What's wrong with me? Not the people who are not following. It's me. I back to work on me. You see the way I'm feeding you guys with knowledge here, impacting your life. These few minutes I've been with you is a product of my working on myself. So I must have something to give the people. I can't leave them stranded. When I started talking, didn't I start with discipline? See, I'm ending it now. You're laughing and finding. It's an art I learned. I know how to talk and make you feel passionate about what I'm saying. I also know how to talk and make you ease up your stress. It's a training. As a CEO leader, I'm working on how do I. Somebody said he had 80 cells within a couple of months. 80 cells. You think you can't do it? Work on yourself. What I want to do now is, as I sit with church, I take this one, work with the person, train the person, do the cell leadership for a while, grow the cell, divide the cell, hand one cell to the person, and then start another one. I'm going to run it like that, and you see banners everywhere I'm doing cell. When I'm taught something, I don't just hear and go away. I go back and begin to implement. I go for extra knowledge. I get extra materials and still to develop myself in that area. Hatred of media, prove your leadership. The person they put in sound lighting. Prove your leadership. Have you been blessed tonight? Apply these things and let our lives change. Let our lives change. You train yourself, you'll be better, you'll be good at what you do. Please just bow your heads and talk to God in 1 minute as we close the service. You have the greatest opportunity now to train yourself. Train yourself, train yourself, get good at what you do. Let's remove the spirit of mediocrity from our lives. Money is not what you need, it's a mindset. I taught on philosophy of wealth, and I say one of the philosophies, mindset. Hello, before you pray, listen to me. Listen to me. If you are a member of this church, I mandate you get a minimum of 100 of my tips between now and Sunday. A minimum. If you know what will happen, I listen to that message titled Philosophy of Wealth. It's a 5-part message. Just one part alone blows my mind. How much more when I listen to even my own tapes. I talked on the issue of mindset in that message. I've not seen the result of the things I teach you guys in this church. You don't apply them. You just come to church here, have fun, laugh, pastor is good, and then go out of the door. You are cheating yourself. You're cheating yourself. Get my tapes and stay on them and change your lives. Get to the stand, ask them for those tapes. I have all of them intact. Order for the ones you need. Pay for it no matter how much it costs. And sit down on them. A message like Philosophy of Wealth can change your life. There are messages I've done on wisdom, on faith, on finance, on wealth. See what I was teaching in class. Do you know that's a tape you order and stay on? That message. On the 7th stage of development. You can order that tape and stay on it. When you finish, you just go home. You think you've heard that message. Human capacity developer said that you cannot understand a thing until you've listened to it or heard it at least 7 times. That's why the Bible says faith cometh by hearing, and by hearing. So there's a first hearing, there's another hearing, and it's 7 times another hearing before you understand the first hearing. Is it when you sung the first time that you learned it? So you heard and kept it. After you heard the song, you heard some things, and you heard it again, and you now perfect song. That's the way it is knowledge. I mandate all of you 100. Some of you don't have my tapes for this. 100, minimum of 100 tapes. Stand them, digest them. You will see the results in your life. Stand on your feet and let's talk to God one more time. Ask the Lord to give you capacity to apply, capacity to implement, capacity to do the things you have heard. Lift up your voice. 1 minute prayer to close. Ask God to make you a lover of knowledge, a lover of wisdom, a lover of books, a lover of training. You can't be like this anymore. Enough is enough. You have encompassed this mountain for far too long. It's time to make a forward advancement. Pray that prayer.
We believe you've been transformed by the wonders of God's Word. For additional information about us, you can visit our website at www.pristinehills.org. You can also send us a mail at info@pristinehills.org or call 0806 499 5029, 0812 511 3214. Pristine Hills Ministries, raising global leaders.